My name is Rodebran Alu. Keep your fingers crossed as I present to you CJA Young Scholars in an interactive session with an officer of the NDLEA, Mr. Shehu Dankarokolo, Head of Counseling and Rehabilitation.
We are very happy to visit your office today. My name is Praise and with me is
Toluwani Ibeke, Jawad Aminu, Chijin Dudun, Aisha Mama Babakano.
Yes, thank you very much.
Organization is called NDLEA, meaning National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. Please, can you tell us what the role of NDLEA in this country?
Yes, thank you very much for that intelligent question. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, otherwise known as NDLEA, is saddled with the responsibility of checkmating and enforcing all the laws and the regulations concerning the consumption of illegal drugs and their trafficking. So that is what NDLEA is meant for in this country. So anybody that is trafficking in drugs like marijuana, otherwise called Indian hemp, cocaine, heroin, pacalin, totolin, emzolin, and all those type of drugs, the NDLEA has demanded to arrest him, take him to court, and prosecute him on one aspect. On the other aspect, again, this unit, for example, carry out sensitization programs in schools, churches, mosques, marketplaces, and workplaces. So in a nutshell, that is the responsibility of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency.
Sir, growing up, we've been sharing about drug abuse on the radio, television. Sir, what exactly is drug abuse?
Drug abuse means when somebody goes to take any form of drug, whether it is paracetamol, whether it is tramadol, whether it is any type of drug, without going to the hospital, without going to the clinic, without going to the medical facility of your school, you just go to take the drug anyhow. That is what is called drug abuse. So in essence, what it means is that even if you are sick at home, you tell your father or you tell your mother that you are sick. Do not just go to the cupboard or go to the room and then bring out paracetamol and start to take it. Or you see any form of medication inside the cupboard or on top of the table or on top of the fridge, then you just go ahead to take it. No. If it's in the school, you tell the teacher, that teacher, I have headache, I have stomach problem, you know, I have diarrhea, this and that. Or you tell the teacher, or you tell the principal, or you tell the senior. But not just that when you have headache or you are feeling any form of discomfort in your body, you just go and get drugs at home or somewhere, or ask your friend, do you have something there to give me to take because I have fever or I have headache? That is what is called drug abuse. So the taking of any drug, even if you are not well, but not without doctor's advice, you just go and take it like that. That is drug abuse. Do you understand? All right.
Sir, why do we take drugs as medicine and food and yet they're still called hard drugs?
All right, thank you very much. That's another intelligent question. We take drugs as medicines and they are still called hard drugs. So not all drugs are called hard drugs. You understand? Yes, some drugs are for medicinal purposes. So, for example, we classify drugs into 4. Number 1, we have medicinal drugs like paracetamol, like Lonat. So all these are medicinal drugs. Then we have what we call socially acceptable drugs, but we don't want you to know that one because they are also not good, like Cola Nut, cigarette. They are called socially acceptable drugs, but they are not good also. Then we have what we call illegal drugs, like marijuana, that is Indian hemp, like tramadol, like diazepam, like roach, like exorphine. All those are illegal drugs. Then we have what we call new psychoactive drugs. New psychoactive drugs are substances that people take just to get energy. They are called new psychoactive drugs. So we don't want you to know them. Something like rubber solution. You see them, this rubber solution they are using in patching motorcycle tire, or they are using to patch a motor tire. Those are called new psychoactive substances. So these are the classes of drugs. Not all of them are called illegal drugs. Some are legal drugs like paracetamol. Some are illegal drugs like wee or Indian hemp. So do you understand? So there are legal drugs like paracetamol that you are given when you have headache at home or at school. When you tell the teacher or you tell your father that you have headache, or today you are feeling feverish, you cannot go to school, you tell your father, he will take you to the hospital or he will take you to the clinic. Or if it is in the school, you are in the school and you start to have headache, then you will tell the teacher. The teacher will take you to the school clinic. There they will know what is wrong with you. Then they will give you the appropriate drug. Those are medicinal drugs. Then you have other illegal drugs. If you hear people calling them, you run away from those type of people. Something like Indian hemp, something like tramadol, something like karochi. If you hear all of them, or madaran skudai, if you hear all of them, you run away from those type of friends. So you have medicinal drugs, you have illegal drugs.
Thank you very much for your answer.
You're welcome.
Sir, please can you shed more light on the preventive measures for drug abuse?
Yes, thank you very much. Preventive measures. You know, they said prevention is better than cure. Yes, so for you not to go into abusing any form of drugs, you have to take the following steps. Number one, you avoid bad friends. Bad friends are the friends that will make you to do drugs. If you see anybody, either now or when you are growing up, you are reaching senior class, you see students that are doing drugs, you see students that are not coming to class, you see students that are not doing their homework very well, you see students that are always coming late, you avoid those type of students. You know, so it's one of the preventive measures. You should avoid bad friends. Number two, you should always be following your parents to the religious places, whether church or mosque, depending on your religion. It is very important. If you are close to God, if you are a Christian, you are very close to God. If you are a Muslim, you are very close to God. Drug abuse will not follow you. Then you also obey your teachers. Whatever your teachers tell you, you should take it. Another preventive measure you should know is that drug abuse can make somebody go mad. That is another preventive measure you need to remember. Drug abuse can make somebody fail his exam or fail her exam. Drug abuse can make somebody to join secret society. Drug abuse can make somebody to contract HIV and AIDS, and then you will eventually die. So these are some of the preventive measures to drug abuse. You have to know that once you abuse any form of drugs, whether it is tramadol, whether it is burkutu, whether it is madaran skudai, whether it is pakalin, whether it is totolin or emzolin, or goskolo or gogoro pito, all of them, that is the end result. They will pursue you from school because you will fail your exam. You see mad people roaming about the streets. All of them is because of drug abuse. Do you understand? So that is the preventive measure. Don't follow bad friends and don't take any of these drugs. Even if there is an uncle or a brother in the house and he is sending you to buy cigarette, tobacco, or alcohol, or any type of drug you don't understand, tell him that NDLEA and our father said if they ask us to go and buy drugs, whether it is cola nut, whether it is cigarette, they say we should not go. So these are some of the preventive measures. Do you understand? So now that we have had this discussion and you ask questions across board, I want to display those type of drugs all of you have asked so that you will know them. Tomorrow when you see them, you will avoid them. Tomorrow when you see them in the school, you will tell your class teacher. Tomorrow when you see somebody bring them in the home, you tell your parents that, see, I have seen so-so person with so-so type of drugs that we were shown at NDLEA in this house. Do you understand? So we are going to see the drugs now. Okay, children, now I am going to tell you the different type of drugs we have here and what each of them is doing to our health. Number one, we are going to take this one. This is cigarette, this is cigarette, this is cigarette, this is cigarette. Shisha is also cigarette, this is cigarette, you know. So all these are smoke, and then Indian hemp is also smoke, you know. Captain Black, this Captain Black is also smoke, you know. Chakubasir is also smoke. Chakubasir is also smoke. Then Ermo, you can see is also smoke. So all this smoke, what they do is that they will damage your lungs. Do you understand? Then we have another class of drugs again that contains caffeine. Look at it. They call them energy drinks. You see energy drinks, this is Powerhouse, this is Bullet, this is Nescafe, this is Passion, this is Fearless. So all of them contain what we call caffeine. Caffeine causes hypertension. Do you understand? Yeah. Caffeine causes hypertension. Good. Then we have this. Now, students used to inject this with syringe. This one will inject and give this one will inject and give this one will inject and give this one. So injecting drug use, as they are injecting it, they contract what we call hepatitis B and C. You understand? Liver failure. Injecting this one will also make somebody to contract HIV AIDS. I think you know what is HIV and AIDS. Yes. Isn't it? Yes. So injecting drug use will make somebody to contract HIV and AIDS. Then again, we have another class of drug, tramadol. This one is tramadol 50 milligram. This one is tramadol 200 milligram. Do you understand? Are we together? What tramadol used to cause is convulsions. You know, convulsions and epilepsy. Convulsions and epilepsy cause. Then, generally, since we don't have time, all of these drugs, whichever one you take, number one, you will not perform well in school because they will make you to forget things very easily. Even if they teach you now in the morning and then in the afternoon they set test, you will fail because you are taking these things. I think you understand me. And then all of them again will make you to become very rude and disobedient in school. Even if teacher talk to you, you will not listen. Even if parent talk to you, you will not listen. Then all of them again will make you to become thief. You know, because you are looking for what to sell, so you go and steal handset and sell it so that you will buy these drugs. Then all of them again will make you to cause road traffic accidents. So that is what majority, all of these drugs do. I hope you understand. So you have to avoid them if you want to pass your exam, if you want to become a senator, if you want to become a governor, if you want to become president, you have to avoid these drugs. You understand? Even if they are taking them in your house, whether it is Fearless or it is Powerhouse or Bullet or Red Bull, tell them that when the teacher take you to NDLEA, they say these drugs are not good. Do you understand? Yes. And then this is surely. This one, quickly, it damages brain cell. This one, quickly. There is none of these that damages brain cells like Rubber Solution and Madaran Skudai. So you have to avoid them. Thank you very much.
Wonderful time shared.
Thank you very much. You are welcome.
You hope to visit again sometime.
You are always welcome.
Oh, viewers, I am sure you had a swell time with us. See you next time. Bye-bye.